and welcome back to the channel. So first of all, it's Christmas Eve, so I hope you all have a very nice Christmas. But Christmas Eve for cyclists also means it's the Rapha Festive 500 cycling challenge, where you need to cycle 500 kilometers from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve. Which is a good challenge, and it's good for endurance-based training over the festive period. There can be a number of challenges that make this quite difficult, because when you break down the time frame of 8 days into daily segments, it doesn't sound that much, but obviously it's Christmas, so family, friends, etc. Some people are working, and I live in Scotland, so the weather is a massive factor. And also, I don't know if you can hear with my voice, but I actually have man flu, which I've managed to stay very healthy throughout the majority of the year, apart from some minor surgery in my mouth. But I am absolutely fully choked up, and I have a slight chest infection. So not ideal. I have the Strathpuffer 24-hour mountain bike race kicking off, which I'm fully prepped and dialed in for, fully trained up for. And that's kicking off 13th, 14th of January. So the Festive 500 was going to be my last block of endurance-based training prior to that. Now, this will be my third year of doing the Festive 500, which I do enjoy, and it's a real nice challenge to keep me motivated through the winter and December period. My original plan was just to smash this out in 3 days, or maybe even 2 days, and do basically back-to-back 100-mile time trials, which I can do. I could sit and probably average about 240, 250 watts, sit around about the 25-mile-an-hour mark on Zwift, which I will be using because of the weather conditions. So I'll have the Zwift set up, and I'll be using Tempest Fugit course to be able to achieve that. However, because I'm not feeling that well, to be brutally honest, at this moment in time, 220 watts feels quite energetic. So normally I don't ride using a heart rate monitor. I only ride using power in the form of the power meter pedals and the Wahoo Kicker, which has a built-in power system, which I use on Zwift. However, because I am not well, I am going to use the heart rate monitor to gauge my effort rather than power, so I keep out the danger zones. Now, the reason why it's still in the box is because I have Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, which is a rare heart condition, and therefore I tend not to use heart rate, because sometimes my heart rate can be jumping around all over the place, looking quite scary. But the reality is I actually feel okay, so I tend to ride using power. But as I said, because I'm not feeling great, my heart rate is elevated, I'm pretty bunged up, so therefore I don't want to overly stress the body. Some people might think I'm a bit crazy and should just take the rest, but as long as I stay in my safe zones and keep my heart rate below 160, maybe 140 to 150, then I should be absolutely fine and not cause myself any harm, and I'm still getting the distance and the miles in, still stressing my body, but not overly stressing my body. You do have to be a bit careful with that. I would always say that you need to seek medical advice before doing that. Anything in the chest, I would always recommend not training at all. I do have a lot of experience. I have over 20 years of cycling and racing experience. I know my body very well. I know what I can and can't do. So therefore, I'm taking my own personal risks at this, which I know I'll be absolutely fine with. So without further ado, we're going to get changed. We're going to kick off. We'll probably do the bare minimum today to average out as the week goes on. Now, I am starting to feel a little bit better, although coughing up a lot of mucus and horrible, disgusting things like that, which I won't go into too much detail of. So therefore, I'm going to take it easy today, as I've already mentioned. Christmas Eve, so therefore I'll probably do around about 40 to 50 miles today. Christmas Day, obviously family day, so I'll probably do very, very minimal, maybe 20, 25 miles, if anything at all. and then I'll just accumulate and build up as the week goes on, even if it takes the 8 days. But ideally, I would like to do it much quicker than that. Okay, so we'll catch up at the end of this session and see how we're getting on. Okay, so that's me completed the Rapha Festive 500 cycling challenge on the Giant Propel Aero road bike using the Wahoo Kicker 5. Zwift setup. The weather has been catastrophically terrible here in Scotland, or just outside of Edinburgh. Gale force winds, driving rain, cold temperatures. So we've done the Festive 500 on Zwift, which has started on Christmas Eve when it kicks off, 24th. And I finished it yesterday on the 27th. I had two quite easy, moderate days, which was Christmas Day and Boxing Day because of family, friends, etc. And then I really ramped it up yesterday where I did 164 miles on the final day. So check out the stats, which are going to pop up just now. I hope you've all had a great Christmas and not overindulged too much. But the Rapha Festive 500 is good for keeping the calorie intake at bay or utilising all of the calories. So the next event coming up is the Strathpuffer 24-hour mountain bike race at Dingwall, just up past Inverness in Scotland, which is ranked top 10 hardest mountain bike races in the world for endurance, especially at that time of year. Course isn't overly technical, but full suspension is good, and the time of year makes it very challenging with high risk of ice and snow. So check out that, which will be taking place in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.